So, hello everybody. Glad to see you all here, and thank you for joining our session. First, I'd like to apologize for Carolina. She could make it all the way from Chile. She was supposed to be with us on the panel, but last minute sickness prevented her from actually coming over. So, just wanted to thank her again for her willingness to be on this panel, but unfortunately we'll have to do without her. So, we'd like to discuss a very interesting topic today, which is attention. It's nothing new about attention. We all paying attention one way or another to this world over the years, but we want to tackle it from a slightly different perspective. My name is Yaki Dayan. I'm the CEO of Neurotech Solutions in Israel, and also some other hats that I wear along the years. And with me there is an esteemed partner, Miki, Cesar, and Richard. Each one of them will share a little bit about his experience and what he's doing over here. But thank you all for coming to this panel and sharing your experience. So let me start a little bit with my personal background. In addition to be the CEO of Neurotech, I'm also the founder and CEO of EdTech Israel. What is EdTech Israel? Let's put it this way. I was in the high tech. I was approaching 50. Said enough is enough with the high tech. I'm going over and doing a PhD in education. So I just started to do PhD in education. The year was 2010. Everyone started to speak about EdTech. And when I got my PhD, I said, okay, I'm an Israeli. How Israel is actually fitting into the global EdTech market? We should actually be there. So I formed this entity called EdTech Israel, and I was actually also a summit organizer. I organized 4 summits in Israel. The last one was in June 2019. I had a pleasure and honor to have so many influential people in the education field, people like John Katzman, Brett Greenfield, Sol Zinger from the author of Startup Nation, Zhuang, number 2 in New Oriental in China, all the leading women in this industry, all the impact industry. And one of those fascinating persons that was there at all my summits is this colorful guy. This is in homage to Einstein, but that's Dr. Yossi Vardi. He's considered to be the godfather of all the Israeli high tech. He's the guru. He's the one that is deciding on almost everything on the Israeli high tech and investment and stuff. And he also has a lot of passion to education. He was on all my summits, and we always had this argument. He said, Yaki, you're coming with all those ideas about education technologies, EdTech. Let me share with you what is the number one EdTech solutions for students around the world. Iowa. Now, I actually have to agree with him because only on 4th grade, I was diagnosed that I actually need to have a -4 eyeglasses. Before that, people just thought that I'm sitting on the front row just because I really like the teacher and like to ask questions. So definitely eyewear is maybe the number one EdTech that can change the life of so many kids, and not all of them are so privileged to do so. At Neurotech, we have nothing to do with eyewear, so that's not our business, okay? So, but I'd like, according to this, let's say, thinking, maybe suggest the second best EdTech solution. Earplug. Yes, we can do that. Not the earplugs. We can give you the tools that can tell these specific kids with earplugs, his performance is so better that the only thing that you need to think of is just allowing to take noise cancelling earphones or whatever. And many kids tell their parents, now we have the proof. Mukso said that we need this because before that, it will always struggle between them and the teacher. So you probably can guess what is the third best. Headphones with music, because those kids are some kids that really need the quiet, but the others actually need the music in order to perform better. And what's best if you can actually allow them to learn with headphones or with loud music in the room instead of just saying, take off the music, you need to learn, you need to concentrate. This is how they concentrate. I had a long flight over here, so I had the chance to see this movie on the flight about focus. Will Smith is a con artist, and he has a very nice line over there. He says it's all about distraction. We turn your focus here, distract you, and then we take it from there. Okay? So it's not just about attention. All of us pay attention to something. It's about how we actually focus our attention on something in order to get what we want. And how we can ignore the distractors because we still want to maintain our focus on the thing that matters for us the most. And not just, just think about this kid sitting in the class, the teacher is speaking, and the only thing that he is attracted to is the shine of her earrings with the light coming to the room, and how it sparkles, etc. It can distract him, and he now is focused only on the hearing and cannot even listen to what's happening in the class. So this is what we do. We measure human attention. In order to do so, we ask anyone just to do one thing, to focus. And we give them, this online set of imageries and voices and sounds, and they need to focus. And they need to ignore distractions, so we challenge them. It's not simple. We are not trying to make it fun. Fun is not a part of the equation, okay? It's about you try to be focused, try to make sure that only that when you see the Ace of Hearts, you click the space bar. If you see something that's similar to that, or suddenly there is a police car moving and distracts you, you still need to do it and do it as fast as possible or at the best that you can. And I really like the term, it's long enough. Because some people say, why don't you make it 5 minutes? 5 minutes is maybe not too long to be able to see performance over time, etc. So it's long enough. It's not 40 minutes, not 50 minutes. It's about 14 and a half to 18 and a half minutes, depends if you're a child or an adult. But it's long enough to be able to detect many, many things that matters to us. And it is accurate. It's amazing that I still need to say that, but if you compare this to all those paper-based questionnaires, it's not surprising that the computer tool is more accurate than all those subjective methods. But it's not just about giving you different measurements, because we also try to do what you expect any digital tool to do. Also to bring things to your attention, to tell you what matters, and to try to detect from the data something that is very, very valuable to you. We have many things that we can do, but I'd like to maybe show you two things which I'm very proud of. One of them, maybe invisible kid is not the right term, okay? But we probably all know those kids that are doing okay. They're quiet, B-, they seem to work hard, they seem to try their best, and sometimes they're overlooked. Sometimes, someone else that is actually, all those kids that are actually doing their attention, shouting and acting very, very loudly at class, they attract our attention on one hand, and then those that are doing C, C-, that you actually look at their performance, but those that are in the middle sometimes are invisible. We can detect the profile of such kids. Actually, probably 95% that will have this profile will be female, because there is a gender difference between, correct? No? But even the 5% male that fall into this category, their lives matter. I mean, if you detect it on time and you give them the right attention, you will change their career path forever. And the other type of profiles is profiles that we simply don't know, but we know that they are unique. Part of the digital solutions is the fact that we have today more than 900,000 assessments in our database. Meaning that try to think about it like a huge multi-dimensional cloud of profiles and numbers over there, and then every once in a while the math can detect those that are actually too far away from the center of gravity of this cloud. And when they are far enough, we'll tell you that. Now, we don't know why they are there, okay? Because it's not explainable, this algorithm. But it's an opportunity to bring your attention that you think you have seen them all, you have seen them all, but this specific profile is only 1 in 500. Maybe he's the next Einstein. Maybe he's the dumbest kid in town. We don't know, okay? But what we know, that he is different from, that is not similar to the rest of us. Okay? So this is, one of the things that you would expect a digital tool to tell you, not just to give you the measurements. We provide the measurement, that's the bread and butter of what we do on a daily basis, but also we have those algorithms underneath the surface that can detect those things that are not easily detected by any paper and pencil or self-reported questionnaires. So what can we do with that? Okay, that's about, I think this is the context of this specific panel that we assembled today. Because we believe that today we have maybe the first general population profiler of attention on the market. Okay? We can detect the data, we can provide the data to educators, to caregivers, to medical professionals, etc. You can take actionable item data out of that. It's data that does not exist elsewhere. Maybe I'll touch another thing. Okay, you probably are doing some online, correct? What's the perfect length of online video?
2 minutes.
2 minutes? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Because I also, there's a company called 10 Minute School, so probably they do 10 video. Right? Okay? If you ask Hanan Agrawal from edX, he would say 6.5 minutes. Why? Because they created, they took data from 5 million students around the world and they created an average. Who is in this room thinks he's average? Please raise your hand. Okay?
Like a Rorschach test.
Some people like it 10 minutes,
Average.
some like it 2 minutes, some like it 30 minutes. Actually, we can tell you who are the kids that their learning profile matches videos that are 30 minutes or longer, while those that actually only 5-minute videos, they will already be fully distracted. So, there are no average people. All those numbers are very nice. I have a lot of respect to this industry. I've been in this industry for long, but at the end of the day, we are speaking about individuals. It's not one size fits all, and it's about how we tailor things to the personal profile in order to create truly adaptive personal learning. So I talked enough, okay? And I think that maybe it's time to Cesar, to the professionals to start speak over here. I'm just an amateur. So, Cesar, please join us here.